this one, a police chief and a patrolman are booted from Hamilton Police Department after racist body cam video surfaces. This is rich right here, Johnson. 2 white law enforcement agents from a small Georgia town have been ejected from their positions following the discovery of racially charged footage from a body camera thought to not be working. This is funny as hell. I mean, it's not funny, but it is funny. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because they're being very racist and they think their body cameras don't work. So later they're going to take their body cameras in because they think their body cameras don't work, and then they discover, hey, these body cameras work just fine. And they've been recording you this all this time. Let's see what's on your body camera. And then voila. Turns out the chief and the patrolman are 2 flaming racist bigots.
Protest, son of a what's the matter with these people? I don't own no slaves. My folks didn't own no slaves.
Hey,
you know, what are we talking about? 200 years ago?
Hey, I do a lot of stuff on my family history, on Ancestry. And, you know, we're all from up north, but there was a small branch of the family that lived in Virginia, which before the Civil War, what is West Virginia was Virginia. And I did find evidence of some slave owning part of my family, even though we're from Ohio and there's nobody up there. But I'm going to tell you, looking at Chris's family, holy man, let me tell you what. She had one relative, I can't remember his name, he fought in the Civil War. After the Civil War was over with, he became an overseer on a plantation. So he was in charge of all the slaves. And there was some...
That's right, Johnson. Instead of doing their damn jobs, they're sitting around talking about slaves. And how one of them has slave owners in their family, and how, yeah. These are people that are paid by the state to protect. You don't think there's some black people living in Hamilton? Wherever the hell this is? Yeah, some black people probably live in Hamilton. You maybe this guy, this patrolman and the chief had pulled over a couple black people before. I wonder how they treated them. They're on the job talking about slaves. Now, I left out the part in the beginning when they were talking about having sex with Keisha Lance Bottom and Stacey Abrams and who they would rather sleep with. Probably without their permission, Johnson. This is law enforcement. Not knowing people to listen. Letting you know exactly who they are, what they really think, and what they think about other people. Notably, black people. Some of you probably have cousins like this. Some of you may have parents like this. I don't believe that these people are from another planet. They're not from another country, another time and place. They're from America 2021. This is how they think. This is who they are. That whole, this is not who we are. No, motherfucker. This is exactly who we are, right here. See that? That's it, right there. That's who we are. That may not be who you are, but you're not the only person that lives here. And these people have guns and badges and authority. Is it like resonating now? Okay, so let's continue this historical conversation and let's listen to how broken up this officer is about people in his family being abusive to slaves.
Son of a what's the matter with these?
I'm going to tell you, looking at Chris's family, holy Man, let me tell you what. She had a one relative, I can't remember his name. He fought in the Civil War. After the Civil War was over with, he became an overseer on a plantation. So he was in charge of all the slaves. And there was some article or something about something he did in the paper, and the newspaper said that whatever his name was, says he was known to be the meanest man alive.
Really? Well, you know what now? I don't know if this has any merit back in the slave times, but I'm sure there was a lot of them mistreated. I don't have no doubt about that. But for the most part, it seems to me like they furnished them a house to live in. They furnished them clothes to put on their back. They furnished them food to put on their table, and all they had to do was fucking work.
And now we give them all those things, and they don't have to fucking work.
That's it. That's it. I don't know, man. I just no.
Dukes of Hazzard. Dukes of Hazzard, folks. Dukes of Hazzard. You know, something that I missed the first time when I watched this. Redneck number one says that his wife's family, someone in his wife's family, was an overseer on a plantation, and that he treated the slaves really bad after the Civil War. You know, after the Civil War, weren't the slaves free? Wasn't the Emancipation Proclamation like in 63? The Civil War ended in 65. He seems real broke up about his ancestor or his wife's ancestor mistreating human beings. Yeah, it seems like it really bothers him to the point where he has to laugh out loud. It was really nice of the chief over there to say, yeah, I'm not denying that some people were treated bad. And then he has to snatch humanity away from, or snatch bigotry or racism out of the jaws of humanity. It's one way to put it. You know, he has to shore up the fact that he's a racist piece of shit by saying, well, the way I saw it, they got room and board. What's the problem? All you had to do is work. Yeah, that's all you had to do. But you never made any money. No money. No freedom. Couldn't go and, like, people work for a living. We do that now. We work for a living. But we get to go home. You get to sleep with your wife and not somebody else sleeps with her. No one gets to sell your kids away. Like, they leave out everything else. Anything that can make them feel bad is left out. Anything that could make them feel like, I don't know, like black people are human beings. That's all left out. To them, slavery is just having a job. And this is the type of attitude I hear a lot, right? I hear this shit a lot. I got a problem with that shit, man. If you have a job where you get a paycheck and you get to go home and do what you want to do, you're not a slave, Johnson. Slaves didn't get to go home and do what they wanted to do. You couldn't quit a slave job because it wasn't a job. You were furniture. We just stopped using the term, we're slaves. We're all slaves. Because that's a total different existence. As Sean Rochester said, black people were like chairs. Another chair can't own another chair. Chairs can't fall in love. Chairs don't have kids. Slaves were like property, like a chair. Is that what your life is like because you got a job that doesn't pay enough? No, it's not, Johnson. You're still a person. You can play stocks. You can hit the lottery. You can put on a nice shirt and walk into a restaurant and no one know how much money you have. Slaves couldn't do that. So what's up with our racist friends? Buddy Walker, the assistant to the mayor, told the New York Times that Brooks, I guess that's the deputy, was attempting to show Almond, the chief, how the camera worked. It accidentally hit the record button. Oh, God. Give it up for that. Look, I'm not sure if he was stupid enough. Obviously, he was stupid enough not to know it was still working and that he still had it on. The words just rolled out of their mouths. There was no hesitation. My thing, guys, like, even though that's funny, right? And it is funny. It's also sad and it's very scary that these people, these flaming racist bastards, have authority over everybody in the state, everybody in that city, wherever that is. Hamilton, right? In a small town in Georgia. They have authority. They have a gun. They have the ability to lock people up. They could shoot somebody. Maybe they have. Who knows? Maybe you should go back, Hamilton, take a look at your records and see who they've interacted with in Hamilton there, just to make sure. Because, I don't know, I think sometimes racist people with power do racist things. I mean, you know, decent people, thoughtful people, empathetic people with power probably do good things. So it stands to reason that people who are racist bigots with power might do things that aren't so good, right? Right? Okay.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't be fooled by corporate media talking heads misleading the people. Get your news and information from an entity that keeps it real. Tim Black. Tim Black is the host of The Tim Black Show. Independent news that leaves you informed, inspired, and sometimes entertained, but always in the know. Go to timblacktv.com and sign up today. The Tim Black Show is news for people who can't stand the news. See you there.